Boy, look at there's my boy right there. It's my boy. Red bump, baby, red bump. Yeah, baby. Thank you, guys. Hey guys, it's Alan, the Fireman 1028, and today I'm back at Henry State Park, and I have something really cool to show you. This is a new bike day. And again, this is not courtesy of T-Zero Cycle or anybody else. This is a bike that we bought. Come check this out. Say hello to our 2025 Royal Enfield Himalayan, or Himalayan, depends on where you're from, 450. Now, we bought this bike, bought it used, but we bought this bike to be a direct competitor to the Ibex 450, as well as the Project Chupacabra, which is the 2017 Kawasaki Versys X300. Now, again, roughly all in that same lightweight, entry-level adventure bike category. So I really been interested in these. Found this really cool guy down in Alabama that had one for sale. Bought it for a really good price. And so we're going to use this, and Sully and I are going to use these two bikes as well as the Versys. And come springtime, when the KLE 500 comes in, it's going to be a 4-bike comparison and really seeing which is the best of the lightweight adventure bikes in this lightweight category. I'm not including the 390 Adventure R. Again, like I said, we've got a 390 Enduro R, and so we really know that platform very well, so we're going to exclude that one. But like I said, this is going to be a really cool and really fun bike, really fun projects we're going to do on this. We got cruise control plan, we got luggage, we got crash protection, we got all kinds of cool stuff that we're going to do to this bike to have an absolute blast with it. So what we're going to do today, this is just going to literally be a first ride of this bike. I have literally rode it around my neighborhood about one time, and that was it, just to put it through the gears, make sure it worked just fine. And so this is going to be our first time on the trails. After riding these lightweight dual sport bikes today, this is going to be a little different to ride something that weighs, you know, probably about 100 pounds heavier than even what the 300L weighs. So let's throw on our gloves, let's go for a ride, and let's get some first impressions of this 2025 Royal Enfield Himalayan 450. All right, guys, so like I said, let's throw our gear on here and let's go for a ride of the Royal Enfield Himalayan 450. I'm really interested in this bike, and I had a hard time deciding between the Ibex 450 and this bike right here, mainly because I couldn't find a good deal, new or used, on one of these bikes, so I bought the Ibex. But I found this one, and I found it got a really, really good deal. Now, it does not have the tubeless spoke wheels. It's got the traditional tubes in it, and the tires that are on there, there's a CEAT something, I don't know what they are, so they suck. I've already got a new set of tires to put on this bike, so they're ready to go, but I want to get this first ride in, and then we'll change the tires, and then we'll talk about it. All right, guys, so let's hop on this bike here. Again, I don't know anything about this bike, except it looks good. So we're going to go to performance mode, rear ABS off. And we're going to start there. All right, let's go to first gear. Again, these tires are cheap. They suck. So let's go get a lap of A. All right, the seating position is a very comfortable seating position. All right, so let's get a little comfortable on this bike here. Again, this is going to be direct competition for our Ibex 450. Don't have a cool name for it. The cool name's already taken. The Chupacabra. Now again, I love the nice tall handlebars on this bike here. The bike feels heavy. On the side stand and everything, but honestly, once you get on the trails, a lot like the Ibex, it actually feels pretty light once you get going. The single doesn't have nearly the sound that the parallel twin of the Ibex does. The suspension feels really good for what it is. Again, it doesn't have that same, I don't know, not chuggability, but that same level of kind of crispness, at least initially, that the Ibex does. But it feels good. Like I said, these tires are half worn out, and they're, no-name Indian tires that I'm not crazy about. So, but this is the thing with this new category, these lightweight adventure bikes, is that, you know, most of them are made in you know, India or China now, mainly for, you know, for scale of production. That felt pretty good right there. And you know, it just, it is what it is. Now the KLE, you know, the KLE 500, I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna be made in Thailand, or if it is gonna be made in Japan. If it's made in Japan, that's definitely a bonus for Kawasaki. But like I said, the 390 Adventure R is made in India. This Royal Enfield Himalayan 450 is made in India. The CF Moto Ibex 450 obviously is made in China. So it's one of those where, you know, to get these bikes at a certain price point, you know, you have to kind of make them somewhere where, you know, not only is the economy of scale better, but the, you know, and let's be honest, the labor, it's a lot cheaper. It's a lot cheaper to build it somewhere like that than it is, say, in Japan or in America, or, you know, any, you know, Germany, wherever else. I mean, the new BMW F450 GS is going to be made in India by TVS, which is a big manufacturer. So, I mean, they've got the scale that they can make these things and make them for cheap. So again, the suspension feels really good. Actually, this feels a lot better than what I was anticipating from the couple miles that I had. This thing actually feels really good. I was surprised. It feels a lot lighter on its feet than I thought it was going to, which is kind of cool. I think it's going to be a really fun competition between this and the Ibex. And then, like I said, let's not forget about the Versus 300. You know, what we're calling Chupacabra. It's going to put up a fight too. So, you know, we've got some mods planned for that. It's going to be a short project, but it's going to be a fun project. So let's do a second lap of A. Again, suspension feels really good. Feels nice and compliant. The weight, yeah, it is, you know, it's over 400 pounds. It's 430 pounds. It's just like the Ibex, but it really kind of hides its weight well in this off-road stuff. Would I want to push it as hard as I did the 300L? Nope, absolutely not. But for this, you know, spirited dual sport riding like this thing's really doing well. Suspension feels good. I'm getting used to the engine characteristics. Again, it's not the parallel twin, but you do have this big thumper, this 400cc, 451cc thumper. Again, they're putting out roughly the same horsepower, roughly the same power to weight ratios, just going about it a whole different way. You know, this Himalayan has a very kind of classic look. You know, classic meets performance with this, you know, the classic round headlight, but it's LED. The classic round gauge, but it's TFT. The classic looks, but with modern suspension. So I mean, this bike really leans on its heritage, whereas the Ibex just says, you know what? No, I'm a focus group bike. I'm a test tube baby. I was made in a lab, and I'm embracing that. It's kind of a Rocky versus Ivan Draco, something like that, you know. So that's a really good comparison. Ivan Draco was made in a lab. He was designed, he was built to be the absolute best heavyweight fighter. That's the Ibex. He was designed from the ground up. I must destroy you. Whereas this Himalayan is more of a Rocky. It's the grassroots. It's the underdog. It doesn't look the part, but man, it performs. That's exactly what this is right here. That's exactly what this is right here. Man, this thing feels good. And the harder I push it, whew, the better it feels. It actually feels pretty light on its feet. I can't wait to get this out here with the Ibex. Oh man. Again, the harder you push this thing, you're like, okay. All right, come on, give me some more. The gnats, my God, the gnats are mad this morning. Is it heavier than, you know, a dual sport 300L? Yeah, a lot heavier. Do you have to be more deliberate in your motions? Yeah. Is it still an absolute blast to ride? Yeah. That's it. Look at that. That's Trail A. Let's pull over and take a look at this thing. Let's pull over and take a look at this thing right here. Whew. All right, guys. That's going to do it for our first ride on this 2025 Royal Enfield Himalayan. Let's do a quick walk around of it. Again, like I said, I love that comparison. Ivan Drago versus Drago, not Draco, Drago versus Stallone. This is the Stallone. It's smaller, or it's more classic looking. It's not big and flashy like Ivan is. This is the Rocky of the comparison. Whereas the CF Moto, we'll throw a picture up here, it's a lot more angular. It's a lot more sculpted. It was designed in a lab. It was like, we're designing you from the ground up to be the absolute best of the best. We're going to take the best of every other bike and we're going to put them together and we're going to make one bike right there. That's what the Ibex is. Whereas this guy, again, he's the ground up. He's the underdog. He's the grassroots. He's the grassroots champion. Look at this thing. This is going to be an absolute fun series to compare this bike and the Ibex 450. So if you see anything that you like, please like, comment, and subscribe. Subscriptions are the absolute ultimate compliment. Here comes my boy. Look at that, there's my boy right there. It's my boy. Red Bum, baby, Red Bum. Yeah, baby. Thank you guys for watching. God bless. Roll Tide. And remember, tomorrow needs you. Thanks, guys.